DNC Vice Chair David Hogg was on the lead last week talking about his plan to raise $20 million to unseat Democrats in safe seats in primaries. Now the DNC chairman, Ken Martin, weighed in, and here's what he had to say.
No DNC officer should ever attempt to influence the outcome of a primary election, whether on behalf of an incumbent or a challenger. And while, certainly, I understand what he's trying to do. As I've said to him, if you want to challenge incumbents, you're more than free to do that, but just not as an officer of the DNC.
From Minnesota, if you can't tell. So Hogg's argument is, just because he's not here to defend himself, there's a lot of dead weight in this party, and we're talking about safe Democratic seats, so whoever wins is going to end up winning anyway, and, we need to rise to meet the moment. That's what he would say.
Great. You don't do that as a member of the DNC. You're an elected person on the DNC. Leave the party and go do that. The DNC is not an idea. That is a Democratic Party. The DNC is an institution with a job to do. People vote in primaries, not the DNC.
Are you sympathetic to his argument at all?
No. Then don't be part of the DNC.
Well, what about the idea that there should be...
Absolutely, there should be primaries. People should be primaried. If that is how our democracy works. But if you want to help the primary challengers, then leave the DNC. That is not your role as the DNC.
Joining us now to discuss, Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna of California. Congressman, always great to have you on the show. Thank you very much for being here. You are one who has actually publicly supported the effort from David Hogg. You wrote on the platform X that you think that Hogg is doing incredible work, supporting frontline Democrats while giving new candidates a chance to run in safe seats. And you say Democrats should embrace a new generation of leadership and competition. Why is this such a lonely place for you to be?
Well, look, I think primaries are healthy. Competition is healthy. I won my seat in a Democratic primary. Many of our members of Congress have won in primaries, and we need a new generation of leadership. Now, I'm trying to reach a compromise with the DNC and David Hogg. And what I've said to David is he can have his organization that is having primary challenges, but he himself should not endorse in his personal capacity while he's vice chair. And that seems to me something that can bring everyone together.
Do you think they're actually going to go for it? And I should also say, do you think he has a point about some of your fellow House colleagues who've been in office for decades?
I think he has a point that young people deserve the chance to lead, that many of these folks are in safe Democratic districts, just that's where they're active and growing up. And if we tell them you can't run against a Democratic incumbent, that incumbent could be there 10, 20 years, and they're not going to get the chance to lead. So I think what his point is that we need to make way to give a new generation and new people a chance is absolutely accurate. And there's a huge incumbency advantage. I do think that Ken Martin's point that while you're an officer, you shouldn't tip the scales has validity. And so if he were to just say, I'm not going to endorse in my personal capacity, he can be affiliated with an organization that has primary challenges. There are other DNC officers that are affiliated with organizations that get involved in primaries, but that seems to me a way that everyone can be happy. The DNC gets to follow their rules, and David Hogg's organization can still encourage primary challenges.
All right, fair enough.